Okay, so, it's been a minute since I've been on this channel posting. Oh god, I posted my last one October of 18, and it is now, oh god, it is now May of 2020, almost a year and a half, practically almost. Oh, and what a ride it has been. Where do I even begin? First of all, this is a life update video. I'm not even gonna say this is going to be a short video because it is not going to be a short video. I'm not even gonna lie on that one. But yeah. Fuck. Before I get into all of this update shit, from the past pretty much year and a half, I want to let you guys know that for like the very few subscribers I actually do have, I am going to be trying to work on uploading more frequently. What I might try and do is do bi-weekly and then move like either monthly or bi-weekly updates and check-ins and random little videos in between just to keep it up. But and then once I can get that down, remembering to do that and having ideas and just all that other fun shit, I'm hoping to eventually be able to do once a week, if not like twice a week, maybe if I'm lucky. But yeah, updates. So first thing you may notice, if you followed my videos up to this point, my beard has grown in a lot. And my voice has gotten a good bit deeper. But I will be 2 years on to next month, this coming month, I think. Yeah, because I will be 2 years on to the 8th of this coming month of June. Yeah, wow. I didn't even realize that till now. But I will be 2 years in June, the 8th of June. I'm still living in North Carolina. I'm no longer living in Asheville, though. I don't know if I had ever brought up where exactly I was living. I know, at the time I was renting a room in Asheville, waiting to find a place closer to my boyfriend for us to move in together. And at the beginning of last year, we got that opportunity. We moved in together. I moved out of where I was at the time renting a room from, or at, or whatever, the third or fourth-ish, somewhere around there, excuse me, of January 2019. He moved in gradually, because this was his first time living out, minus one small living arrangement out that I'm not going to go into right now. Earlier in 18, like fall of 18. But this was his first time living outside of his parents' place, completely on his own, aside from, me and everything. But we had a roommate. We got our roommate and us got along pretty well at first. I do like we do have, there's no hard feelings or bad blood or anything towards our old roommate at the time. None of that. But basically, he gradually moved in, and by the way, I'm gonna stop here and not stop, but pause. My ADHD has been acting up royally lately, and this is a lot to remember and recall for this video, so if I bounce around and jump back to 20 minutes prior topic and all of that, that's why. But anyway, so he gradually moved in, and he was almost fully moved in by, I want to say, Valentine's Day, because we spent Valentine's Day, I believe, together for the first time. And that was amazing. Let me think. Like I said, we had a roommate at the time. We ended up around maybe April, maybe March, April-ish, give or take. Me and my boyfriend had ended up agreeing that one of my, at the time, and I will explain why I say at the time, best friends, who was like a brother to me, could move out here with us, and we got the okay from our roommate that we were living with already at the time. Got the okay from her and everything. But for him to move out here because he was having some issues and needed some help basically. But that was very short-lived. He was only out here for maybe a few months till around mid end of May, beginning of June at latest of last year. There was a lot of drama with him. Like, a lot of drama with him. Excuse me. The loveliness that is being on testosterone. Going through it pretty much second puberty. So, yeah, that's a thing. But there was a lot of drama with him. I ended up having to cut ties with him because of said drama and because of a few stunts he pulled here while out here. And mind you, me and my boyfriend, we did everything for this person. We got his Greyhound ticket to get out here. We got him a lift. We paid for his lift from the Greyhound station. That's one of the ones that's closest to us to here. My boyfriend got him a new phone. And that's just some of the financial things that happened. But anyway. So basically a lot of drama happened. He ended up leaving. Well, it was kind of, he left, but we also just had enough. It was kind of a mix of he stormed out and we had enough, so we said pretty much, you want to go, don't bother coming back, come get your stuff and leave as soon as possible, type of deal thing. Get your stuff and go. But, so, and just to give you an idea of the drama that some, this isn't even all of it. This isn't even half. It's some, like a small portion of the drama he caused. And I'm not going to go into names or in-depth detail or anything, because I'm still dealing with this loss of him and everything, and I don't want to go back into that mindset of, yeah. And also just because I don't feel like airing this on YouTube. But to give you an idea just how much drama he caused. He would call, and not would, but did call the cops. Not once, not twice, but at least 3 times. And at one point, it did at least 3 times in a matter of a week, give or take. And at one point, he was, I think, if I remember correctly, he was, this was toward the end of his stay out here, and we were getting, all of us were getting fed up with him and just getting to that point of being done. He was out, going for a walk or whatever, I don't even know. The point is, he was out, and our roommate, whose name was like, who the utility bills was under her name, you know. She paid the rent, we paid her, type of deal thing. Like, we all paid, but it all pretty much went through her. But she was sort of the head of the house, type of deal thing. But she had told him multiple times at this point, if you're out walking and you are not back by a certain time, like 10, 11 o'clock, you know, which isn't that unreasonable, but 10, 11 o'clock, if you are not back by 10, 11 o'clock, the door gets locked. She's like, if I'm in bed or we're all doing something or whatever, and the door is locked, because he had done this several times before this particular time, that where he would come back like a half an hour after, you know, the cutoff time, and the door would be locked and he would flip out. So she got to the point where it was just like, if you're not back by that time, you can sleep out on the porch. It's a roofed porch. You're not gonna melt. You're not gonna melt. You're not gonna die. You know. So the night that a lot of this started to come to a head, he come back late, and pounding on the door. None of us honestly heard him at first, because we were on the other end of the house, all, you know, just goofing off, talking, whatever, you know. And we honestly did not hear him at first. This, he has the balls, or rather lack thereof, to call the cops again and basically tell them, what was it? Tell them basically that we were locking him out on purpose, that he was paying rent and everything, that we were on purpose locking him out, and all this other stupid shit, that wasn't true. And yeah, that's just one time. But anyway, so he left, and that was, like I said, around June-ish. Beginning of June-ish, somewhere around there. Around that same time, end of May, beginning of June. We ended up me and my boyfriend ended up having, mine and my boyfriend's, friend come out and live with us, as a way to keep it. A, we both knew we could trust her, and B, it was cheaper having 4 people paying rent and everything than just 3. And we had the room. So that happened, and she's still rooming with us at this point, even. Like, if you heard somebody in the background, or whenever I first started this video, that was her out there. She's out there watching TV or something. But, so, some more drama happened. Well, this was kind of more on and off-ish throughout our whole living, mine and my boyfriend's whole living at that living situation, because we ended up moving end of September, and end of September-ish, give or take. Same area, but different town, town in the county, into our own little apartment, me, my boyfriend, and our roommate, our friend, who we all still currently live together. But, basically, there was some drama on and off with our old roommate, who me and my boyfriend had originally moved in with, and her, at the time, on again, off again boyfriend, who, I'm just gonna say this, is a total man-child, and yeah. Basically, there is some, I'm not gonna name names or anything, and I'm not gonna put too much information on this, because it's not my situation to tell. But basically, there is some domestic issues going on with them that was causing drama, and that's a lot of why me, my boyfriend, and our roommate, our friend, moved. It is because of the drama. So fast forward to moved. We move in to this new apartment. What else? Sorry, there's just so fucking much to tell you, to say. Basically, we move in here, everything's going good, and seemingly okay, then, what was it? Around end of October, maybe-ish, give or take. It was either end of October or middle of November that this started. I got some news that from my family that my grandma, who was getting up there in age anyway, and has had a few mini strokes in the past and multiple falls, and was using a walker at this point and everything, and just everything. Was starting with I think it was. I don't remember if this. No, it wasn't October, because I remember calling. Yeah, I don't remember if there was an incident before this, but on Thanksgiving, my parents and my grandma were supposed to go have Thanksgiving with my sister, my siblings out in PA. My parents, everyone but my sister and her family live out in PA. My sister lives in Maryland, but anyway, point being, I called them for Thanksgiving, to wish them a happy Thanksgiving and everything, and got news that they ended up not being able to go to Thanksgiving dinner with my sister and everyone because my grandma had fallen, and they just wanted to, make sure everything was okay and everything. The details are kind of sketchy, not sketchy, but weird in my head right now because a lot's happened, and especially this, thing with my grandma, I'm still trying to process and deal with, at this point, but pretty much it ended up being that my grandma got put into the hospital. Or no, it was, she got put in, that's what it was. She got put into a nursing home, a local nursing home out there. And like maybe a few weeks after Thanksgiving, close-ish to Christmas, I want to say. My grandma was complaining, had been for a while, but was complaining more and more about, I guess, really, really bad stomach pains that kept getting worse. It was steadily getting worse. And so they ended up having her get checked out at the hospital. And found out that my grandma had some sort of stomach cancer. And we ended up finding out that basically it ended up spreading. I can't think of words at the moment with this, but it ended up spreading to the point where it was bad. I ended up finding that out, maybe, like, that we knew something wasn't right and that it might be cancer. Let me look at my phone, actually. Or was it? I just wanted to do this. Okay, yeah, it was. Yeah, we found out that it was cancer around the second, somewhere around the second-ish week of, give or take, of January. And yeah, I ended up having an doing an emergency trip. First time, by the way. First trip out to Pennsylvania since moving for my grandma. I got there around the 20th or the 21st, give or take, of January. Was there for a few weeks. And my grandma passed my grandma passed away on the 24th of January. I did thankfully get to see her and spend a little bit of time with her before she did pass. I ended up doing the eulogy for my grandma's funeral. And like I said, I'm still trying to deal and get through that. Her passing. As at the moment. And that was that, you know. I was there for a few more weeks, or a few weeks, pretty much till I got my check, the money to get back home, back to NC. I got back near the beginning of February. And around that time, I started to, I think part of what, well, no, I'll go into that in a little bit, but before I go any further, okay, sorry about that pause. I had to plug my laptop in. But yeah, I'm still dealing with that whole deal, and so I got back to North Carolina around the beginning of February of this year, 2020. And basically, my mental health was already pretty much up and down, but losing my grandma, I kind of inadvertently went numb at first a little bit, not intentionally, but that was my first major, close to me, real death experience I've ever had in my life, so I still don't fully know how I'm supposed to deal with it, but I'm already not good at processing huge events, life-changing or big events like that. But yeah. So we go into March. Nothing really major happens. February into March. March starts, like, this was a thing starting beforehand, but it didn't really hit North Carolina that hard necessarily until around maybe March, I want to say. But the whole what is currently going on in society right now, which is the coronavirus or COVID-19 pandemic hit North Carolina, and yeah, that hasn't helped my mental health at all. was okay a little bit-ish because I was working for like a few weeks to maybe a month and a half. Ended up losing that job because I'm stupid and did not know, and nobody really told me this that I can recall anyway, that you have a 90-day grace period when you start a new job, that you can only miss like a certain amount of days or call off a certain amount of days or whatever for that 90-day period or something or whatever. Basically, I guess I went over that amount of days. A lot of it had to do with my insomnia. A lot of it was I couldn't. My insomnia is still up and down, but it was really bad at the time. But so I lost that job a few weeks ago. And just about a few days, maybe. No, a week ago today, actually, because this all went down Mother's Day. Night into Monday morning, through the night. Basically, and this part, I'm not going to say I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail because this is something that I don't want my personal shit aired out. I made stupid decisions. I'm not even going to call them mistakes. I'm owning up to the choices I've made, and yeah. But point is, as some of you may know, I don't know how many of you actually know this or not, but some of you may know that me and my boyfriend are polyamorous. I do have, along with my boyfriend, who I obviously live with, I do have a girlfriend that is out of the country. We were obviously long distance, and she's poly too. She has a fiance of her own that she lives with now, and me and my boyfriend are going to their wedding next summer, hopefully, if things go well and there's no pandemic again. And also, we're also a part of the wedding party, me and my boyfriend. But anyway, I'm just gonna start this way. Me and my boyfriend because I had originally brought up to him around, I think this was still whenever I was up in PA, for my grandma, so around the beginning of the year. We had talked a little bit about me wanting to explore, maybe an FWB or hooking up or, things of that nature. And we ended up, very long story short, we ended up eventually coming to the agreement that one sec, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Roommate came in and started talking to me. But anyway, going back to the whole deal. Me and my boyfriend had come to this agreement eventually that because he had originally said I could he would be okay with me doing the FWB hookup thing as long as he knew about it beforehand and as long as it was done here instead of somewhere else, just in case something were to happen, where I had two people that, if need be, could help, but that agreement ended up being disregarded for the simple fact that after talking about it later on at a different time, like maybe a couple weeks, maybe a week or two later, my boyfriend had informed me that he had pretty much only said yes to that because basically he was not scared of saying no, but his insecurities, and he knew it was something I was really wanting to try. So it was kind of more or less to make me happy. Even though it wasn't fully what he was okay with. But anyway, so we ended up then agreeing on online RP buddies only for me. And he did the same thing, Yeah, that it was mutual. But I made a really stupid decision. Really selfish. Not gonna lie, really selfish decision. Few weeks-ish, maybe a month ago, I had started to RP online with a crush of mine who my boyfriend knew I had this crush on this person. And pretty much See, the thing you gotta understand with me, to understand this, is when I like somebody in that respect, I'm already not good with boundaries and like personal space and distance and all of that. I mean, I have autism, so it's not one of my strong suits. But add in the fact that if I like you or have a crush on you or have feelings in that way for you in any shape, way, or form, it makes it that much harder for me to not do anything. Not if I can't, it makes, for whatever reason, if we can't, if we're not, if I can't ask the person out for whatever reason, and we're not actually dating, it makes it that much harder for me to interact with a person if I have romantic or whatever feelings for the person or a crush or whatever. So I started a RP with this person, this crush. Maybe maybe a couple week or two after me and my boyfriend had discussed our online RP buddies agreement. I don't even know what we were talking originally about, what brought this up, but something had brought up the topic again, and I had brought up, well, is it okay if I RP with this specific person? And my boyfriend had said no, simply because I know you have a crush on this person, and I know your boundary issues when you have feelings for somebody in that respect, or have crushes or whatever in that respect. So he said he wouldn't feel comfortable with me doing that. So I then stopped the RP with this crush. But ended up not telling my boyfriend at all that I had done that I had even started RPing with this crush until last week. It's not something I'm proud of, and it's something I'm trying to work through. I've figured out some underlying issues as to why I handled things the way I did, so to speak. And I'm trying to work through those underlying issues. But needless to say, for valid reasons, my boyfriend was extremely pissed off and extremely angry, and pretty much said, we need a break. And yeah, I we were on the break for only a few days, but I had rules, a list of them that my boyfriend had come up with, had wrote up. And before you say anything, no, he is not controlling. It's just that this is not, unfortunately, and again, I'm not proud of this. This is not the first time, and I will be the first to admit it. This is not the first time I had done something similar to this, and then not told him about it until weeks, months later. It was actually like the second or third time. First time that I actually done anything, even if it was online, but it wasn't the first time I had tried to do anything like this. So he had every right to be the way he was with me. I ended up sleeping in the other room for the next few nights. Basically, we're okay. Well, not okay, but we're getting there now. We're off the break, but the rules, some of the rules still apply, and we are just taking it slow and not. We're doing things to make sure that we'll be okay. I'm trying to start to work on myself. But that's pretty much life up to now. Like I said at the very beginning of this hour-long video, I told you it was not going to be a short video. But I'm going to try and upload at least once a month from here on out. I'm hoping I can go more towards the once bi-weekly, but at least once a month, hopefully. But yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Yeah. I guess that's, yeah. Don't really have much else to say, so laters.